but the hero item in the batch was the mechleth that Michael Dorn used in all of his armed fighting scenes since joining Deep Space Nine. They made 2 mechleths for the show, a metal hero version for close-ups and a rubberized one for combat scenes.
Oh! Are you telling me that
that was held by Michael Dorn?
This was...
Today is Season 4, Episode 15 of Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine, last 2 episodes, Crossfire and Return to Grace, the Kira and Dukat episode. I feel like those were kind of like, not low-key bangers, but kind of like low-key elite, S-tier, like low-key, where it's like, they just kind of like, I was thinking about it after watching, like, damn, those 2 episodes are like some of my favorite of the show thus far, and I feel like even the praise we gave them wasn't like sufficient for that, because they're so kind of like lower key episodes, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in terms of the grander scale of other episodes this season, I mean, especially kicking off this season with Way of the Warrior and The Visitor, which are just 2 peak in different ways, and then these 2 just middle of the season, and the rest of the season too has all been, for the most part, very much elite. So you just have 2 bangers back to back. You're just, well, that's the standard now. But it's you go back and watch some of the earlier stuff. It's like, oh boy, quite different. I started like a casual rewatch before bed of DS9, and I rewatched The Emissary, and whichever one was after that. Was that Past Prologue?
Past Prologue,
Past
yeah.
Prologue, yeah. And Odo looks so fucking different. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just, oh wow, everyone looks different, and the performances are just not what they are now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Avery Brooks is still...
It's funny, I didn't even think about Odo, but just in seeing clips and stuff, I've already gotten to the point where seeing Sisko beardless with hair is so weird. Seeing Kira with the short, like, comb back hair is weird. The fact that was, like, the norm for the whole show until now, and now I'm already just used to how they look now, is crazy.
Yeah, but the show is really good, and I'm glad we're in this spot. And I'm assuming the growing pains are over, and even then, if I say growing pains of any of those earlier episodes, people get mad at me.
Oh, so, yeah. I feel as if it's like your season 4. I think the growing pains should be done if you're any TV show by that point. You know, we can give you the few seasons, I guess. But like season 4, it's like, yeah, come on. Which it has been. It's totally lived up to it, in my opinion. So let's keep it going. Episode 15. Ooh.
Oh, a little Chain of Command throwback.
Hey!
Oh, okay.
It's gotta be the Hollow Suite, I imagine. Oh.
Ooh! Right to the boob.
Broke the bailiff?
Mogh. Okay.
Come on, Worf, put her over. Maybe that'll be this episode.
You were overconfident. You thought by distracting me with your outfit, you would gain an advantage.
Damn.
I only assumed that...
You thought that I wore this for you. Talk about overconfidence.
Misogynist Worf.
Brother, it is not 2019.
In my own defense, you do try your own tactics of distraction with all that shouting and growling you do.
There's an intoxicated Klingon here who's demanding to see you.
I'm on my way. Computer exit.
Bro, are they gonna bang?
Stay back!
What? Oh!
None of us Kurats is going to hurt you.
Kern!
Yeah. Why did I truly think they would make him someone else?
I came from October. What? Yes, brother. I want you to kill me.
It was like his turn for the ethics from TNG, basically?
Maybe, yeah. I wonder what happened for him to come to that decision. Maybe because the direction that Gowron and the Klingon Empire is taking, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, it kind of gives it away.
Nice, card on the screen.
I've been overseeing the end of a once proud house. Perhaps you've heard of it. It was called the House of Mogh.
I know what has happened. I regret that by opposing Gowron, I have brought disgrace to our family.
You regret? And you chose to side with the Federation against the Empire. Gowron took our ships, our land, our seat on the council, everything.
The same exact shot was in Sins of the Father.
Oh, yeah?
I am asking you, but Mogh Tovar is an honorable death. Too much to ask for my brother.
Like, I didn't even think about that Worf also has this respectable big house.
And the repercussions of Worf's choices in Way of the Warrior, I didn't even think about how that directly impacts Kern, because just he wasn't part of this show. So, like, I knew he existed out there, but...
Permission to enter Bajoran space.
This is Bajoran Control. Please transmit your identification code and flight plan.
Ronald Moore
Acknowledged.
wrote Ethics, wrote Redemption 1 and 2.
Almost home. How long have I been asleep?
7 hours.
I don't get 7 hours sleep at the station.
Must be the company.
You are clear to enter the system and proceed to Deep Space Nine.
Thank you.
They were sleeping in this bright shuttle.
Yeah.
If you really want some good,
What was that?
some kind of high energy discharge,
Some kind of plot.
Yeah, come on, Ron.
Looks like a cloak ship exploded.
there's no debris, no residual warp fields.
Something exploded. Bring us to 500 meters from those coordinates.
No.
You're not in charge here. I literally am. That was neat, though, the perspective of an explosion without seeing it, like just seeing
It's
the
a flash.
Yeah.
I'm picking up another tachyon surge. A ship's decloaking directly ahead of us.
Oh boy.
Oh, shit.
This is Major Kira Nerys. We're investigating an explosion which happened at these coordinates.
You
Which
have been
is-
given a warning according to interstellar agreements. You will not receive another.
They've locked the disruptors onto us, Major.
Take us home, Chief. There's a lot more going on out here than just military exercises.
He came in here, ordered some Klingon incense, and nearly threw me across the bar when I tried to give him some replicated incense.
What do you want with a Danji?
Why? Is there something special about a Danji? That does it. I'm gonna stop talking to the customers.
Now you notice she was in a proper
yeah.
uniform there.
Wait, maybe Worf had a point.
You have been wronged in this life. There is nothing left here for you. No honor, no future.
You know what? It doesn't even surprise me that Worf would just go along with this, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'll kill you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he wanted to kill himself in ethics. And honor's like his number one thing.
I am ready to cross the river of blood and enter Stovokor.
So you know Jadzia is going to come in. Worf, stop!
Commander Worf is in his quarters.
Is he alone?
Negative. Captain Kern is with him.
Come on.
What's up, Warren?
Hey.
Ooh, look at that. Slick.
Oh, that's...
May this blade speed you on your journey. Goodbye, my brother.
Have we ever seen a Klingon chest?
I was about to say, no.
Dax to Ops, emergency transport, to the infirmary.
This is not your concern. It is a private matter. I doubt Captain Sisko would agree. You'd better hope he lives, Commander. If not, you'll be charged with murder.
What?
I thought for sure Dax was going to come in. No! Or just...
Yeah, gotta give it to him. Didn't see it going that way.
Thank you, Ron.
Oh, look at that blood.
Picard would be understanding, but Sisko, I don't know.
Julian said he'll be up on his feet by tomorrow morning.
Good.
Oh, whew.
You tried to commit premeditated murder.
Benjamin, it wasn't murder. Worf and Kern were performing a Mogh Tovar ritual.
In case you haven't noticed, this is not a Klingon station, and those are not Klingon uniforms you're wearing.
There are definitely other possibilities for Kern. This will never happen again.
You're damn right it won't. Now, both of you, get out!
Oh, damn, dude. He's not Picard.
Yeah, I'm not Picard. But Kern dying is nothing, whatever.
If I run into the Klingons?
Tell them that the ship is conducting military exercises according to interstellar agreements. I don't want Worf anywhere near other Klingons right now. Keep him informed of what's going on. Under no circumstances is he to accompany you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Chief, I liked your little mullet. You should have kept that.
I've already got one officer defending Worf. I don't need two.
I like that they put that in. The chief would try to stand up for him.
Yeah.
I'll be just outside if you need me.
Look at this.
What if because they did the ritual, his soul has already left his body? Like, that's how Klingons work.
Oh, the Kern's gonna be pissed.
I am alive.
Welcome to hell, Kern.
And are you standing here now with a mob-thick dagger ready to slit my throat and bring me the death I deserve? For a moment in your quarters, during the ritual, you were Klingon.
Ouch.
I have no death. Whatever is to become of me is up to you.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, Commander. There is the question of what to do next.
Do you have any ideas?
None.
Well, in the short term, there's no reason why your brother can't stay here on the station.
Yeah, I mean, Ducat's daughter is here. Why not?
I doubt Kern would be interested in joining Starfleet.
Well, there is another security force on the station.
I was going to say, literally, Odo is not in Starfleet.
Now, your brother's had an interesting career with the Klingon Defense Forces, Mr. Worf.
He's not going to hire him.
Does he know how to use the stun setting on a disruptor? Very well. Have Kern report here tomorrow morning.
I am indebted to you.
Yes, you are.
You think Kern's gonna want to do that, though?
That's what I was thinking.
You'll find I'm a man who collects on his debts.
Oh, hey, whoa. Yeah, I feel like Kern would be like, a job? Kill me.
Glorified security guard. The lowest of Klingon honor. Really?
Like you, brother. I was the chief, though.
Is this Kern's ship?
This container is not on your manifest.
He's doing the job.
Must be a clerical error. I apologize.
7 months have passed since Kern joined security.
I'd say your brother's doing well, Commander. He's been on the job 6 hours. He's only killed 4 Bosliks so far.
I hope that's a joke.
Kira's right. You do need a sense of humor. He's quite good, actually.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the report, Commander. I'll give it my immediate attention.
Brother,
See him in the Bajoran security uniform. It's so weird.
I have accepted the transition. I am a Bajoran security officer. The uniform is simply uncomfortable.
It's ugly, yeah.
But I will get used to it. You need not concern yourself with me, brother. I won't disgrace you.
I never doubted it.
Or if you see how your brother lets his hair flow down naturally.
And it looks so fucking badass and cool.
Clearly it's not against, well, it could be Starfleet regulation, I was going to say. I would probably, not against regulation, but I guess Odo probably doesn't care.
Yeah.
This is IKS Stravana to USS Defiant. We do not require assistance at this time. Do not approach us.
Interesting.
Find out.
Mr. Worf?
Maybe they're busy doing something that can't be interrupted. Something that blew a hole the size of a house in a Vorchak-class cruiser.
I never knew she wore heels. She always wear those?
We need access to your medical facilities.
I don't think so. Oh, now you need help.
If you wish, we can tow you to Deep Space Nine.
Stand by. Defiant, your offer is accepted.
Worf here.
We need you in the infirmary, Commander. Your brother's been seriously injured.
On my way.
Bro's first day.
Who got him?
When he confronted their captain, the man pulled out a disruptor pistol, and then Kern let himself get shot. A man with a death wish is a danger not only to himself, but to the rest of his team. Kern's days as a security officer are over.
So you think he was just straight up lying to Worf earlier about accepting it?
Probably where he paid the boss, like, hey, shoot me.
You're the elder brother. You tell me what to do and I'll do it. My life is in your hands.
You sure? Because he just tried to tell you to be a security officer and you tried to die immediately.
You didn't say I couldn't try to die, Worf.
Be more specific.
So the mine that damaged the Nirvana must have malfunctioned or been set off prematurely.
If we're right, there could be thousands of mines out there right now, and we'd have no way of knowing it.
How do we find these mines?
Unless we know their coordinates, there's no way to find them until we run into one.
Then we better get those coordinates.
The place to get them is docked at Upper Pylon 3 right now. The only question is how.
I have an idea.
You want me to turn against my own people?
Oh, that's good job for him.
Secretly mining star systems is not the act of warriors. They behave like Romulan cowards. Eventually, he will attack. And that will be the end of the Empire. That is why you must join me on this mission. Not for my honor, and not for the Federation, but to prevent the Empire from being destroyed in a war they cannot win. Our people have turned their backs on us, but we have not turned our backs on them. Let it be the sons of Mogh, side by side, saving our people. Do this with me.
Worf gave up his honor to save the Empire in Redemption 2. Or not Redemption 2, I'm sorry, Sins of the Father.
Oh, undercover?
Uglier, that is.
I got it.
Only makes sense for Kern to have his turn.
How long will it last?
About 4 hours.
It should be sufficient.
Kern. Kern.
Yes, Doctor.
Please, take a seat.
Look at that. I knew if someone was going to bring back a long-haired Worf, I knew it would be Ronald D. Moore.
He put it in the script. Worf, long hair down. Also, Worf just looks badass, dressed up as a Klingon.
Yeah.
I get why we don't get to see it, obviously, very often, but, you know, it reminds me of the Emissary in TNG, or just Emissary? Yeah, the Emissary. Yeah.
Can you access the deployment plan?
Security codes have been changed, but not all of them. Yes.
That's smart. Having readily available disinformation that people could steal.
You two, what are you doing?
Well, got caught immediately.
They could lie. Look at this Poindexter.
How long have you been aboard, Commander?
I will not be questioned by a lieutenant who should be cleaning my quarters. Leave us.
Perhaps I can help you with your investigation.
That will not be necessary. All we require is...
Oh!
Like I was about to say, yeah, just fucking knock this guy out.
Quick draw, Kern, just killing people.
You did not have to do that. He was backing down.
Oh.
He was going to kill you.
We must hurry.
Kern just planted that knife on him, bro.
I killed him. My dishonor is complete.
Oh, come on, man.
Worf's like, I've killed countless Klingons. It's fine.
For each mine, we can set them off individually or all at once. Thank you, Commander. Major?
We'll take care of it.
So they were right about the mines?
Yeah, I believe so.
He decided to kill me while I was looking him right in the eyes, and I never saw it. But Kern did, and he was 3 meters away. The ability to look someone in the eyes and see the decision to kill. An instinct I no longer have.
Kern got to his head.
Yeah, I think she's soft now.
I have lived with humans so long, I no longer think like a Klingon.
Let's not do the redemption thing again.
This is all I have.
Is that enough?
You have a son, by the way.
What if there was a way for you to kill your brother without killing him?
Bury him alive. Then you technically wouldn't be killing him.
Detonate all the mines in grids 22 Alpha through 47 Gamma.
Interesting.
Aye, sir.
How they said, like, you know, you need to arm it for it to work or whatever. It's like, I wonder what happens if you run into one unarmed. Is it just like, dink? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you would still hit it.
You think they still have those mines in the bottom of the ocean? That, like the ones that connected the chains?
You talking about real life now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they're out there.
Like imagine you bump into one of those.
But that is the past. A warrior should look to the future. And in the future, you should not be burdened by my dishonor.
Is he crying?
Yeah.
You will be an honorable man again. But not as my brother. There is a man named Nogra, a friend of our father's. He will be arriving in a few hours. He has agreed to provide Kern with a new identity and a new family.
But once I've erased his memory engrams, it'll be almost impossible to restore them. He won't remember you or anything about his real life.
It is the only way. You may begin.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, that's. I guess I understand what they're trying to do, but. Oh.
Rodek, can you hear me? Rodek!
Pretty sure Kern was a pretty big name. Any other Klingon that sees him.
Well, he did say do surgical changes to make him look different, but he doesn't look different. Maybe they changed his wages.
Don't remember being on a shuttle.
Okay, yeah, I think they changed him up.
I will teach you all that you have forgotten when we get home.
I understand, Father.
He also shaved his beard. The classic disguise.
Who are you?
I am Worf.
Are you part of my family?
I have no family.
Interesting. You have a son, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say, you have a son.
I mean, he didn't need to tell that to Kern, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
We just watched season 4, episode 15 of Deep Space Nine, Sons of Mogh. Alex, what did you think about it?
I liked it up until a certain point. I'm sure we'll talk about it. The decision of Kern's memory erasure. That's one thing I didn't like. But it's great to see Ron Moore back in the writing chair and David Livingston in the director's chair. Only really directional note that I liked is that when Kern and Worf are talking, it's like the exact same shot when Kern tells Worf about the whole deal in Sins of the Father, which I really enjoyed. I love the little soft launch of possibly Worf and Dax being something. That was nice. And I completely unrelated, but I think my new least favorite phrase in Star Trek is, wait a minute.
Oh, did they say that a lot?
Yeah, Chief said it, yeah. It's just when nice little character scenes happening. Oh, wait, something's happening. Something, computer screen. Wait a minute. It's just, I think it happens a bit too much, in my opinion, and it's just another example. Oh, here comes the plot. Yeah, the solution I thought was a bit odd. I thought we were going to a B story here. Then we're going to have, Kern's going to be the one to do something with these minds and save the day and bring honor. He's going to learn that it's not about just honor for your house, but honor for yourself, blah, blah, blah. Now we're just going to erase his memory without his consent or knowledge.
No, I think he was knowledgeable and consented to it.
Was he? Because I thought he was just drunk and passed out.
I don't think they took him drunk and... You could be right. My interpretation is I don't think they took him drunk and passed out and just put him in the med bay thing and did it. I think there was a conversation we didn't see after that where Worf tells him we're going to do this, and he says, okay.
Maybe we were talking over it, but I don't know.
No, it wasn't in the... It's not in the episode. I'm just saying I interpreted it that way. That's what happened.
Oh, I think that's a conversation that needs to be happened on screen, because it's just to go from ugh to him still knocked out, and then
yeah. The whole ending of it is absolutely a thing that we need to talk about, and that's going to be a discussion point. But it is only one piece of this entire episode. So for me, I'm not going to let that derail how I feel about the entire episode, which I mostly enjoyed. It was awesome seeing Tony Todd back as Kern. He gets more here as Kern than probably any of his TNG appearances except for Sins of the Father, where if you remember, we don't even know who he is until like 15 or so minutes into that episode. Mm-hmm. We just think he's a Klingon. The reveal of him being Worf's brother, I don't know if it's quite 15, but it's you get into the episode, he's supposed to just be a Klingon guy. So here we get that finally of like, from the start of the episode, we know who he is, and he's a big part of the episode. We never really got that in TNG, because when he would come back, like in Redemption 2, he's not really like a major part of that episode. He's just kind of chilling. So I've been hoping to see a situation like this where Kern comes back and gets kind of a focused episode. So that was good to see. Tony Todd is always great. Kind of the flipping on its head of ethics, which Ronald Moore also wrote, in terms of Worf wanted to go through this ceremony. Now they're bringing that back for Kern to want to go through it for different reasons. But I think still both scenarios were like pretty believable in my eyes of why a Klingon would want to end their life. Worf with his injury, and then here Kern with the dishonor. So I believed it in both circumstances. In ethics, they kind of just make the whole story about that. So here, when he does do the ceremony and stabs him, we both thought Jadzia was going to stop him. This show has earned that to where I believed he killed him. Like, I'm like, oh, they killed Kern. And, like, I don't know how I would have felt about that. But in that moment, I'm like, I bid on that. I'm like, you fucking just killed him. And he, like, fell over. And I'm like, he's dead. And I thought they were going to be, come in like, oh, he's dead. But then the next scene, oh, no, he'll be fine. I'm like, But I don't like character death. So it would have been, like, a completely different episode if that's the way it had gone. But the point is, I did bite on that. So kudos to them on that. David Livingston, I thought his direction was excellent in terms of the camera work. Him and Jonathan West, you pointed out the shot that you said was also in Sins of the Father. I'll take your word on that. They also had just a whole bunch of like the lighting. I love the lighting when the DS9, like the lighting through the grates, because it's like a steel grate, with the holes in it, and like the lighting's coming in. All those kinds of things. I love the when they were on the Klingon ship, just the whole costuming, the sets, getting to see Worf with his hair down, all that. So there's a lot about this I liked. You can't ignore the ending. I'm not going to do that either. We're going to talk about it. But I think that for me to say, well, I didn't like the ending and what they chose to do there, therefore I don't like this whole episode. I don't like doing that for me personally. It kind of reminds me of like people say, oh, I don't like Meridian because the romance isn't good. Okay, what about literally everything else in the episode? Like, that's how I feel here, where I'm battling internally with myself, where it's like, because I'll be honest, I don't like that ending. But there was a lot in here that I liked, and I'm glad we got to see, if it was this or never see Kern again, I'm glad we at least got to see Kern again.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to not think negatively right now. We literally just got done with the ending, and just, well, now we're going to talk about everything else. But I am glad, because I never even really thought about it, because we haven't seen Kern in so long, but just because I always think Worf is man alone. He's the one guy. He's by himself. He's the one guy. He doesn't give a fuck about his kid anymore. Not that I forgot about Kern, but I didn't even think it would be a factor. But I'm glad that they're addressing the events of Way of the Warrior and how it would affect, because the House of Mogh isn't just Worf. Kern's still out there, and I'm glad, like, oh, he's a fucking wreck, because, Worf still have his blah, 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 his own morals and Federation and stuff, but Kern, he's a full-on Klingon Empire guy, so he's got fucking nothing. So them addressing all that was absolutely great. What else? I'm not sure. I'm glad that the Klingon Empire is back to being big bad ops. That's great. The whole mining thing, especially, Worf, like, oh, that is a dirty tactic, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I get it. Even all the way back in Redemption 1, Redemption 2, there's been bad houses of the Klingon Empire. Like the Duras people, like, they were fucking liars and traitors. But the entirety, like the big part of the Klingon Empire doing dirty tactics like that, just...
I was, I don't know how much, if I missed any of that, but when he said it was a dirty tactic, just in the sense that, like, these mines are hidden, basically, like, it would be kind of like you brought up the comparison of a submarine mine in the ocean. Did he mean just kind of like it's dirty because it's not, like, Klingons are more about, like, they're not going to stab you in the back? He called it, what do you call it, like a cheap Romulan trick or something like that?
Yeah, because they're literally cloaked.
Yeah.
So it's not fair.
Which how'd they do that, I wonder? Cloak them. How do they have that technology?
Wasn't there like a deal, or didn't they say in one of the previous episodes, because of the events of what happened of the Cardassian Romulan thing, Klingons picked up the pieces? I don't.
Well, that was the Dominion picked them up, but I don't know how the Klingons would have cloaking technology. I mean, I guess in theory, it's not that no one else knows how to invent it. It's just that they had treaties not to use it. So I guess Klingons were like, well, screw that.
I know the Federation had a treaty not to use it, but Klingons, fuck it. I can't remember how exactly they got it, but point is they have it.
Wait a minute. Maybe I'm just being completely wrong. I mean, Klingon ships can cloak, right? I don't know. Klingon ship was cloaked in this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, people who are bigger fans than me explain it to me. But yeah, I actually really liked, at least when they first brought it up, it was giving me vibes of how in the X-Files, when you'll have a monster of the week, but then like the Tony Todd episode in X-Files, which, by the way, we got to say, Tony Todd, this has got to be a record for a guest character being in so many shows. This is his second time being in this season of Deep Space Nine. He was also in this season of X-Files. I also watched him on my personal channel and something I'm watching, not knowing he was there. So that's got to be a record. I don't think we've ever had that. Multiple different shows like that is pretty great.
I hope he's in the next Voyager episode. I really hope it, because he was on set for like 2 days or how many ever days. It's like, yeah, let's just walk over to the Voyager set, do something.
Yeah, but I liked when they brought up, it reminded me of the X-Files in that episode where, it's a monster of the week, but then they introduced Mr. X, and it like became like not a serialized arc episode, but we're progressing it a little bit. That's how it kind of felt here with Deep Space Nine, and I talked previously about I wonder if Deep Space Nine is going to start following that formula, where even when we're doing an episodic story, let's sprinkle in progressing, because their big arc right now is the Klingons, like is the Klingon War, even though they say it's not a war yet, but like this going on. So I took it as, they're just setting things up. This is the next step. Klingons are putting mines all throughout the galaxy. But then it looked like they kind of just wrote it off at the end. So that was a little bit of a disappointment for me, because it was like, I thought it would have been cool. Like, this is just the next little step. There's cloaked mines everywhere. I guess the Klingons could just do it again, put them out there again. But,
yeah, it was just the ones they found, I think. I guess there could be entire areas out there where they're not found.
So I thought it was going to be just a neat next step into that, but they used it more episodically than I thought they were going to. I also thought it would have been a nice way to write Kern off, in terms of, this is your job now, go out and get rid of these mines for us, and then we can just know he's off screen doing that. That would have been an easy way to write him off, but obviously the ending is what it is.
Yeah. What do you think about Sisko just completely dressing down Worf about doing, I don't know if he was on the clock or not, but he did it in a Starfleet uniform, about doing a murder ritual?
Yeah, I respect the fact that I think Sisko wouldn't have a problem with it if Worf just took Kern to some random Klingon location and did it. I think it's the fact that he did it on his station, which when Worf was doing it in Ethics, it was to himself, and he wanted Riker to do it to him. So it wasn't just like Picard was aware of what was going on. I think Picard was even in support of him doing it.
Oh yeah, Picard supports the cultures, of course.
Yeah, so here, I don't even think Sisko knew that it was happening. It all just happened without his awareness, and it's people are just, in his eyes, murdering someone on my station. So I totally get it. And I think that's I love the two versions of Sisko, the dad version with Jake, and then when he's commander, I like him hard-ass commander, because we haven't seen that. We didn't see that from Kirk. We didn't see that from Picard. They had their moments, but I look at Sisko when he's in a commander mode of this is the hard-ass commander. I like that. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more. I mean, they both have, Kirk and Picard both have their hard-ass moments, but I think Sisko at this point has had more. But yeah, I think for Worf, I think it's one of those, I mean, this is a phrase in wrestling, it's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission, because I'm pretty sure if Worf went up to Sisko, I'm going to kill my brother this afternoon, just so you know. I'll be unavailable for these hours. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. But the consequence of that is then you have to take the dressing down afterwards when you're asking for forgiveness. Just like if you're a teenager, you get a tattoo without your parents knowing, I'm going to ask for forgiveness instead of permission. They're still going to ream your ass out about getting the tattoo, but you already have it. They can ground you, but you have it. Yeah. So I found that the same thing here. And I also think that it makes sense for a commander. Actually, yeah, he's captain now. Sorry, I've been saying commander. He is a captain.
Oh yeah.
As a captain, you're literally the captain of a fucking space station in deep space with not just Starfleet people, but all these other people. It makes more sense. You have to be more of a hard ass and be tighter than Picard and Kirk are just running their ships with their crew they see every day. So I get that and I like it. Mm-hmm. Did you not like it?
Well, Worf's my guy. So anytime anyone dresses down Worf, it's just...
He's really the only guy that can.
Yeah, and I don't like it. Because Picard, maybe because I'm so used to Picard, because Picard was day one for Worf the entire time. I'll be your Chach, your...
Kadich.
Yeah, Chadich. Yeah, I'll be this, I'll be that for you. I'm going to go bat for you. So seeing the captain not bend over and kiss his ass, I'm just like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Worf? Especially after you begged him to be on your station, and now you're going to give him shit for killing his brother. It's like, how dare you?
Yeah, that's so funny because I love the contrast, and it's almost like Picard was even more so for Worf than Worf was for himself a lot of the time. But I like the contrast because, for me, I love Worf too, but I just don't, I don't give him the slack anymore. I just feel like, as a fictional character, we're talking now in universe, as a fictional character, it's bro never learns anything. Terrible father. And he's just it's like Picard, like the way Worf is the result of when you have Picard be too soft on you. You know what I mean? It's like, no, someone needs to fucking yell at Worf because he makes terrible decisions. And like this thing with Kern, the asking for forgiveness part I get, but also it's like, have the awareness, you're on this station, maybe don't just be killing people and like be like, well, it's Klingon tradition. It's like, no, I get it, but what did he already said to Worf before when he was in his what was it, Hippocratic Oath, when he had that whole situation with Odo, and they had kind of a similar conversation about how Worf needs to learn things. And I feel like Worf, not that he doesn't care, but he just feels like, well, Picard would let me get away with it. Oh well, I'm just gonna do it. And it's like, I guess, but it's like, I guess that's a consequence. You just get yelled at. I mean, he's gonna be fine. Just slap on the wrist. But
yeah, next week this will all be forgotten.
But anyway, I just give him less credence, or I can't think of the right word, like less allowance, I guess, than I think you do in terms of like, no, yeah, you should get yelled at. Like if anyone else on the station did this, they should also get yelled at. Like not just Worf, but Worf also shouldn't be the exception to that in my eyes. So
yeah, it's one of those other things. Oh, it's my culture, it's my religion. I should be allowed to do this, but without really sitting back and thinking, let's do this another time, Kern. Let's not do this here.
Or just go somewhere else.
Let's just go somewhere else. Like, Captain, I gotta go on shore leave. I gotta go hang out with my brother. Oh, they come back. Where's your brother? Oh, he had to go.
and then they could have a conversation similar to Blood Oath when Jadzia was gonna leave to go do that, and Sisko's like, "You're really gonna leave? Your posting in Starfleet to go kill someone and come back?" And he was ultimately like, he let her go, but they had that conversation at least. Yeah.
It kind of warrants Sisko's anger. I'm like, I'm tired of all this fucking Klingon shit. Enough.
It was interesting seeing Quark in his one scene not be like typical scheming or whatever, but actually seem like sad or mad, like with the Worf interaction we didn't get to see.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's talking to Jadzia, he's like, yeah, I don't know. Like when you can just tell someone's mad. Yep. And then when Jadzia just walks away and he's like, that's it, I'm not talking to people anymore.
Oh, yeah. That was good. Yeah, I really liked, felt like some good classic Ronald Moore writing here, just talking about the Klingon culture and all that. And I forget, what did Kern say? Just a little back and forth between those two. It just took me right back to Sins of the Father, which Ronald Moore was one of the writers on there. And I missed some of that classic Ronald Moore writing, and it was great up until the very ending. But it was like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good stuff.
Yeah. So because I don't really have many other issues besides the ending, we can talk about the ending, if unless you had anything else.
Just a typical Chief and Kira having a funny scene. Wait a second, what's that?
Yeah. But the scene wouldn't exist if that wasn't the plot. So
it would exist in my right.
Yeah, and your rewrite, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, in my head it's a studio rewrite that the scene changed, but no, I get it. You gotta have a plot for your television show.
Just make it a bit more natural, maybe, than this show does that sometimes. They love the Aquaman explosion effect. Same thing in Improbable Cause, where Julian was talking with someone, I think Kira, in the hallway, and then it was Aquaman explosion when Garrick's shop blew up.
It was just too short. Just a little bit longer. Let them banter a little bit longer. Like, I forget which episode it was, but in one of the previous seasons, Chief and the Doctor had a very long, funny scene in the shuttle together, and it was great.
Yeah, a Hippocratic Oath before they crash.
Could have been that one.
They're joking about Keiko and Chief setting up the desk in his room, in the bedroom, and all that.
It might have been that one, but I think there's been other examples as well. It was just too short. Too short, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I don't like this ending. I don't like that being the end for Kern, because in my head canon, he was just fucking drunk and then just showed up, and then now he's dead like that and isn't aware that he's dead. And he wants an honorable death. Well, I know. We'll take it away with him without him knowing. And then now that Kern's out there, not as Kern. Especially when they're setting up this whole mining situation, I'm like, oh, this is the perfect setup for Kern to die an honorable death, fighting against the Klingon. Learns like it's not about the honor of the it's about honor for yourself and staying true to yourself. It's like it's the same how Worf realized, oh, the Klingons are corrupts. I'd like to see Kern realize that, because he even says in this, oh, I opposed them fighting the Federation and all that. And then just to have it end the way it does here, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, my problem with it is a slightly different take, because not to say that I don't care, but when it comes to character stuff like, okay, they want to write off Kern or kill off Kern, That's the decision they made. Okay, fine. I don't like character deaths, but whatever. But then, in my problem with it is that it feels like they just didn't have the balls to have Worf just kill him. So instead, this is like a cheat where it's like, we're going to kill him off, but he's still alive and Worf doesn't have to kill him. And so it just comes off neutered to me. Like, it's like, because to me, it seemed like the ending they were trying to do is, Kurn wants to die. I want to give him what he wants, but I'm not going to kill him. So I'm going to do this instead that has never been like brought up before. Like, is it believable that that's a procedure Julian can do? Yes. In this future, I can believe they can do that. We've seen crazier. I mean, the Cardassians, like with Kira, second skin. But the idea that it's just like, this has not been brought up the whole episode, and then it's just like, it just comes out of nowhere, and there's no time. Like, imagine if after he killed him, get rid of the whole rest of the plot. After he goes to kill him, he survives. The rest of the episode is talking about deciding whether or not to do this procedure. Then at least it would have room to breathe and like all those things. Instead, it's just, no, we're just going to do it right at the end, and it's just, that's the ending. And it just comes off as if, I don't know if it was, and I don't want to speculate too much because I have no idea. Did they want to kill him, but then they decided, oh, we can't have Worf kill his brother, or we can't make it look like we're agreeing with suicide, and all these things. And it's like, okay, but you decided to bring that up. It's like, you decided to make the episode about that. So then just cheapen your way out of it. It's one of the weaker choices that DS9 has done, in my opinion, that for a show that is so dark and has done things that is like, wow, DS9 has balls, as I've said. This did not have balls. It was neutered. Just kill the guy. Just have Worf kill him, if that's what you want to do. That would have also pissed me off, just because of my preference. But it's like, at least you made a strong choice. This wasn't a strong choice. It was kind of a pussy choice. Like, sorry to use that language, but it's like, that's how it came off to me.
Yeah, have him go out like a fucking Klingon.
Yeah.
Have some fucking balls. I mean, to die like that, and someone's gonna know. I mean, he doesn't look that fucking different. People get nose jobs. I'm sure the Klingons get nose jobs. Yeah, it's just a little bit too safe, especially when, like, even back in TNG, it's still one of my favorite choices of all time, of Worf not choosing to give the blood. That's a ballsier choice than what they did here.
Yeah.
Like, much ballsier. It's just a little, I mean, again, it wasn't like a happy ending, but yeah, I don't like it quite a bit.
And then, real quick on that too, even the ending of the I Have No Family, with Kurn being alive, I get what they're trying to do. Like, Worf has to look him in the eyes and say, I have no family. But it's so, like, I wouldn't say it's as on the nose as, you didn't call him it. But it is kind of like on the nose of Kurn walking right up to him. Who are you? Are you my family? It's like, imagine he has to kill him. And then at the end of the episode, he has a scene, like, to Dax where he's like, I have no family. Because he just killed the last of his family.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how hard that ending would hit. But instead, it's like, no, Worf, you do have a family. You have a son you never talked to, and you have Kurn, who just left.
Adoptive parents.
Yeah, and yeah, oh yeah. And I was thinking even just from a strictly blood, but even, yeah, if you're talking about adoptive parents, they're in canon still alive as far as we know.
Yeah, that scene is the equivalent of, who are you? Ray. Ray who? Ray Mogh. And I'll give it credit. Here's my hope. My hope is this isn't the last we see of Kurn. My hope is somehow they do something where they bring him back. I mean, they brought back Thomas Riker. I never thought they would do it. I'm going to give a shred of doubt that maybe that'll happen. But based on where we are now, I fucking hate it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I guess the Thomas Riker element does give me a little bit of faith, and I have not looked at Tony Todd's IMDb, so I don't know anything. My fear is they don't ever bring him back, and these takes are going to not directly spoil it, but kind of vaguely hint towards that, and it's going to be pretty obvious. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my gut on it. But I would agree with you in the sense that, I mean, Julian says the one line where he's like, it'd be almost impossible to bring his memories back. So if he ever were brought back and it was reversed, that would greatly improve this episode to me. Because then you're justified, we didn't kill him, we did this, but don't worry, we'll reverse it and he'll be back. If that never happens, then that is a mark against this episode. If it does, then it would greatly soften how much I didn't like that ending. So it's just up to whether or not that happens.
Yes, and if it leads to something where Kurn comes back, his memory comes back, you erased my memory, you gave me less than an honorable death, you turned me into someone else, and then And then it leads to Worf having to kill him.
And then that guy that you left him with, like, abuses him or something. Like, blames that on Worf, too.
Yeah. I forgot to bring it up, but I like the kind of also reverse of in Redemption when Worf has the emblem and he puts it down. I got to go, I resign my position as Starfleet officer. He's talking about, now I can't even go to the Federation now. Like, this is all I have. This is who I am now. Because he's always been so Klingon culture and all that. And now he's like, this is who I am.
Yeah, and again, I liked it because, you had mentioned during the reaction, you're like, oh, let's not do the whole redemption thing.
I was afraid they were going to do that. Like, I have to walk away from this.
And they flipped it, where he's like, now it's like, no, I can't go back. Still it was a little bit like his whole, I wish one day I could go back. It's like, we kind of have already done that. But the whole flipping of, no, now this is all I have, the Starfleet, and her's like, is that enough? And I don't know, does he answer her, or is it just silence? I don't remember after she asked him that. But
I can't remember.
Yeah, but regardless, that idea of, or I think maybe he said, like, it is, but my brother doesn't even have this, or something like that.
Something along those lines, yeah.
But, so that flipping of it, again, I respected that too. Like, the episode was actually, like, it was being really, like, I was like, oh, this is good, everything is kind of really good, and then that ending happened. But I don't want that to, make the whole episode bad. I overall enjoyed the episode, and I was really happy to see Kurn again. And they put him in the hook, even though, I will say when I saw the title, I didn't immediately go, oh, Kern's going to be back. Because you never know what they're going to do. He could have another brother. It's like, or whatever. But it was nice to see him, and they put him in the hook. So, they did that right.
Yeah. My headcanon is, because I refuse to believe that Ronald Moore has ever done anything wrong, is that some producer came in, just went, someone who's not, I would say, who's not even Ira or Robert. Someone else came in. Maybe they hired someone new. I didn't see all the producers' names on there, but someone just went, but let's change this, because in my head canon, Ronald Moore had Worf kill Kurn in this one.
Let's talk real quickly, hypothetically. That is what happened. He goes through with the ritual and kills Kurn. Would that, because I feel like instinctually I also wouldn't have liked that, because I don't like I hate character deaths, but I don't know if Kurn is on that level, because like Kern's not in this show. So like, I don't think I would have been as bothered. And if the story was really well told and it like made Worf, like he had to go through that again, like I think I would have given it a little bit of a pass in my character deaths are awful rule. How would you have felt about it?
It's just we've been playing with this idea of like Klingon deaths being honorable, but we never really fucking see it. I mean, Kalar died, but it was not an honorable
death.
Yeah, murdered. Yeah, it's like Worf didn't kill the Duras kid in Redemption 2. Worf didn't kill himself in Ethics. It's just like, I'd love for a Klingon to fucking die honorably.
The way that they want.
At least one. And to be Kurn, fucking the opposite of Worf, Worf's brother, to be able to do it, and like Worf to give someone that honor, I think it'd be fucking great. I mean, I don't like character deaths either, but for someone to like, okay, there's no stories left to tell here, let's have an honorable death finally, I think it'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it too. Now it's like, oh man, now I'm starting to get down on it, because it's like, what a fumble, because it's like, imagine bringing Tony Todd back to be Kurn in this one last emotional Kurn episode where like it could have been another visitor, like it could have been like an incredible, but they would have to tell it perfectly, like they would have to execute it very well.
Yeah, and I would love it would end it in a fucking battle between these two, like a fight. And like Worf doesn't want to do it. Like, fight me, Worf, fight me. And then Worf just, and then stuff, and then it happens, and then.
So not even just the ritual. You're saying a straight up they do a Klingon battle.
I wouldn't be opposed to that either.
Yeah.
And then save that, instead of wasting those Tony Todd tears on that, drunk at the bar, just dies, tear, and then.
And he says whatever the Klingon version of like he loves him is.
Like, imagine the bat'leth or whatever his new thing is, like in his chest. Wide shot, credits on the scene.
Oh, yeah. Well, they'd probably have a scene after it.
Probably, yeah.
Just to have Worf come down from killing him, and a scene with Dax or something. And that could have been the perfect payoff, set up with training with Dax in the holosuite at the beginning, then use that same set for an actual fight. Mm-hmm. Kills him in the holosuite at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all great ideas. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Maybe someone will tell us. But regardless of whoever's choice it was, I don't think it was the right one.
It was not.
But I did enjoy a lot of the episode. It's just an unfortunate ending.
Yeah, it's just one of those where like get your bad stuff out at the beginning and have your ending good, because you send them home happy,
It's tough to have a bad ending.
Yeah, a bad ending is it just leaves you with that sour taste, and it's tough to appreciate the good stuff before it because you're just. I have a feeling that people love this episode.
Is this also the first ever time where you would say, because we've had stuff like Captain's Holiday where, oh, it starts off like a fun time and then falls off a cliff for like half of it. Is this the first time where it's like, assuming that you enjoyed it like I did, that like genuinely an episode we just like enjoyed and was good with like not really a lot of complaints, and then the ending was just that bad? I'm trying to think of another example of that in Star Trek. I don't know if we've had one where it's literally just the ending.
Where it starts off so hot and then, or just the ending is bad.
And I'm not saying the whole rest of the episode was like S tier, but I mean, it was a banger. Like the rest of the episode was very good, you know, and then just the ending. I don't know if there's another one like that.
And it takes a lot when you give me all those elements. A Worf and Kern episode. Kern's back. Tony Todd. Ronald Moore.
David Livingston on the direction.
David Livingston is good, yeah. It takes a lot to just completely flip it at the end. Like, that's a major fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
But other examples, I mean, honestly, it was very similar to we brought up recently the Chris Farley SNL skit with the coffee. Just
oh yeah, that's fitting.
Yeah, just
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, once, I mean, the LeBron J.R. Smith meme. Like you had all the right things there.
Yeah,
it's I mean, even back. I needed some necessary evil balls here when they made, Kira a murderer. Like, have fucking Worf kill Kern. Have some balls.
Yeah. All right, well.
What do we got here?
We have a very large box. And we're going to open it. This is from Phenomenon.
Phenomenon doo-doo-da-doo.
I believe so. Bridge crew member. Please read before digging any deeper. Oh, goodness. Okay. Hello, Josh and Alex. I've been a fan of the channel for several years, but only recently did I join your Patreon and then the Bridge Crew as soon as a spot opened up. I really love getting your fresh, honest takes on episodes of Trek that I had seen so often, I had most of the dialogue memorized. In a few cases, you managed to get me to reevaluate my stance on some stories I had dismissed as meh at best. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Well, thank you. That's cool to hear. Now onto this package. I had to hold off on sending this until after you started watching DS9 Season 4. Prior to Way of the Warrior, the item would have had you both scratching your heads, wondering, what is this thing? After Enterprise ended in 2005, all the props, models, costume scripts, set pieces, and other physical items from the recent Trek shows were going to be junked by the studio. Michael and Dennis Acuto convinced the studio execs to auction them. One of the lots was a collection of bladed weapons used in various episodes, such as Nisro from Frame of Mind. But the hero item in the batch was the mek'leth that Michael Dorn used in all of his armed fighting scenes since joining Deep Space Nine. They made 2 mek'leths for the show, a metal hero version for close-ups and a rubberized one for combat scenes. Let's hope they didn't mix those up at any point. Both of which,
yeah, especially like the one where he goes.
Yeah, both of which were seen in Way of the Warrior. Dan Curry, the man who designed the weapon at Michael Dorn's request, kept the metal one for his collection, but the stunt prop went up for auction. After getting in the winning bid, it had resided with me for the past 20 years. The rest of the blades I'd given away to friends as gifts, but not the mek'leth. That one I kept. It's the only piece of Star Trek memorabilia I own apart from a few autographs. But I cannot think of anyone who would appreciate this more than you two, particularly Alex. I understand he's a bit of a Worf fan, winky face. I only wish I still had the Nisro so you could do the Telonian bartering ceremony with the real thing. The stand I built myself, I hope it doesn't get too banged up in the shipping. You can put it anywhere you like. But it would give me no end of joy to see it on the shelf between your chairs in future recordings, if we can fit it. I know that whatever you decide to display it, you'll take good care of it. A fan to the end, Tom, a.k.a. Phenomenon. P.S. Alex, could you please watch the classic Muppet Show skit, Mana Mana, so you'll finally get what my screen name is all about. That song was an earworm to more than one generation. When I was a kid, my father, sister, and I were watching TOS, and Spock said Phenomenon, which 8-year-old me instinctively followed with doo-doo-da-doo-doo. I still don't know how to say it. In response, my sister clocked me in the head with a pillow while my dad spit his drink across the room. From that day forward, the word phenomenon would always be followed by doo-doo-da-doo-doo, either out loud or in my head. I even have those Muppets in TOS uniforms as my avatar. Oh yeah, that is his picture.
Yeah.
In the TOS uniforms. All right, well, let's see it.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay. I mean, if this is the mek'leth, though, this is a little bit different.
my fucking god!
Oh!
Are you telling me that
that was held by Michael Dorn?
This was what the fuck? What?
He said it still even has the tag on it from the auction.
Oh my god!
Oh, there's a little stand, and then the stand in here that he built.
So this,
Ooh, look at that!
like, this is cooler than the Sword of Kalis. This is my Sword of Kalis right here.
You want to see how it looks sitting in here?
Let me soak in this a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So this is the rubber one, obviously. That the oh my god.
I think this might be our first official, like, legitimate piece of memorabilia.
That was
I'm
like
trying to think. Yeah.
screen used, held by cast members, like the cast member by Michael Dorn.
All right, I think.
You want to hold it?
Oh wow! I thought for it being rubber, I thought it was going to be like really like foam, but no, this feels legit.
Yeah.
So how do you think it goes in here?
There's a pretty big groove right there.
Like that?
That would make sense.
No, I don't think that's right. I think we're missing something.
Are you sure? Like upway. I mean, yeah, that works.
We'll ask him. Pretty badass, though. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Holy shit. I need a picture with this.
But Alex, will you now watch the Muppet skit since he sent you this?
Oh, no.
He still won't get their name right either. And neither will I.
Yeah, if I can find a link or someone sends me a link, or I'll just Google it, whatever.
That is badass. This is such a coincidence, Alex. I didn't plan this at all, but this is from Carl Davies, who also submitted the video patron take that we're about to watch.
Oh, what are the odds?
Yeah,
Wow.
so we'll get your P.O. Box package and your take, both in this video. But you want to take those out?
Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, looks like some rugs. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Oh!
I got the Enterprise A.
What do they call it? Schematic?
Yeah, the schematic of the Enterprise A here, which is interesting. Yeah, looks. What do they call? A mouse pad?
Yeah, like a big computer mat.
Yeah. Did
we got sent some from I don't know if it was someone else or not, but of just like the L car, right?
Yeah. It's a bit small. These might be a little bit too big for my desk. And looks like we got a front view of the Enterprise D. Looks like.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
I could definitely use it for my desk.
That's fucking great. That's gorgeous. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carl. We got a little note here. Josh and Alex, I work in a bank. It's very boring. All right. I do what I can to make it more interesting with my extensive Star Trek mouse mat collection. I thought you might enjoy a few, so picked up a few for you. Love the channel. Keep it up. All the best. Carl Davies from the Wales, UK.
Wow. Holy shit.
So it's wild to see people all over the world watching us. Us two dumb Americans.
How much that cost you in shipping?
Probably a lot. Thank you so much for sending that over the water to us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And now...
I need a bigger desk to fit those, though.
Now, we will watch your video patron take for this episode.
Hey Josh and Alex, I hope you're both well. This is Carl Davis here from all the way from Wales in the UK. Just want to go out and say absolutely love the channel. Really enjoy catching up with the best times of my youth along with you guys. I'm watching episodes of Star Trek again I haven't seen for decades, and I'm loving it. So I try to make a point of rewatching the episodes every week with you guys. More of a fan of TNG and DS9 than I was of Voyager, but still a Voyager fan as well, and can't wait for you to get to Enterprise too. So great job with the channel. Keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
A long way to go yet in the journey. But yeah, Sons of Mogh, my take on this episode. I expect you probably will largely agree with it, but again, it's a sensitive subject, right? Assisted suicide is not something that even today most people are comfortable with the idea of. So I think everyone's got different views about it. depends on the circumstances as well. But I think it's steadily becoming more accepted around the world. You know, I don't know how it is in the US, but here in the UK, that you know, there are areas in Europe where it's now legal to do that sort of thing. It's on the agenda here in the UK as well. I think it might be coming into law at some point pretty soon that there's ways and means you can do that. As far as the episode is concerned, though, obviously great episode. Anytime you get Michael Dorn and Tony Todd together doing the Klingon thing, it's going to be a banger. I really like the way that they, you know, show Worf's Klingon side. I know he's been raised alongside humans, but he still has his Klingon values. My only real issue with the episode, and I think it's more of a product of its time rather than anything that's from a writing perspective, is that I don't really buy the shock and horror to what they were doing, because this is a TV show, and you know, Starfleet in particular is falling over themselves, like literally falling over themselves at every opportunity to say how much we respect other cultures, and you know, we will not interfere in other societies, and we understand that people have different views and different values. My gut feeling is, if this was the real world, 24th century, and not a TV show set in the 90s, is that Starfleet probably wouldn't have had too much of an issue with this. Like, it's an actual part of Klingon culture. It's a real thing. It's not some wacky idea that you know, the brothers were just cooked up between themselves and no one's ever done before. I think this would be accepted. I mean, they may not like it, but I think Starfleet would be okay with it. And like the fury that Sisko has, that Worf would ever consider being a part of it, because, you know, we're Starfleet and this isn't what we do. Actually, that is exactly what Starfleet do. They respect other cultures. So yeah, but you know, good episode, great acting for me all around. Tony Todd is awesome. Rest in peace. Such a great actor, but in so many good episodes. I just don't like the way that they do it. And I think they kind of do Kern a little bit dirty as well, because you know, the fact that they wipe his memory rather than letting him die. You know, it's all well and good he doesn't remember it for now. But what happens when he eventually dies? Let's say, for example, there is such a thing as heaven, and there is a Sto-vo-kor, and he gets there to the gates of Sto-vo-kor. He thinks he's led an honourable and productive Klingon life. He's been a good boy. He expects to go into the afterlife as an honoured Klingon, as one of the honoured dead. And then he gets to the gates, and they're like, well, there's something you don't know, dude.
I didn't even think about that.
It's not really fair on the guy, is it? So I think they've done him a bit dirty there as well. I love the episode. I love you guys' channel. Please don't stop doing what you're doing until you run out of Star Trek. When you do run out of Star Trek, please find something else, because I want to carry on watching you guys. You know, Stargate SG-1. You ever seen that?
One episode.
That'll be my next choice once you finish Star Trek. Way down the line, long way away. I think you'd love Stargate as well. Also, I've sent you a little something to your PO box. It's nothing much, but just a little something from me. I don't know whether it'll be there from now. It takes a long time to get there from Wales, I imagine. But all the best, and keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Carl.
so much. About going. Well, first of all, there is no heaven or hell. Anyway,
that's why you didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't think about that, because there's just.
What if there's a Klingon heaven or hell, though? You more believe in that?
Oh yeah, there is one.
There you go.
But yeah, they even explore that idea in Severance about like one character. It's like, oh, I wanted to be severed because maybe I won't spoil what characters, but like, oh, maybe that version will go to heaven.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting idea.
Yeah, they even go as far as Kern brings up the Klingon heaven and hell, and then they just don't address that at all when they do this procedure.
Yeah, it's almost as if a producer came in and ruined it. But
you know, Ron Moore is a producer. He could be the producer.
Yeah, maybe he severed himself, and the producer side of him came in and fucked it all up.
Do you think when writers become producers, they go through a severance procedure, and then it's two different versions?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what happens. I know it for a fact. That's what happens. But I had something else. Oh yeah, I brought up the writing I liked that Ron had here, but I remember one of the lines that Kern had while he was drunk. It's like, you know, I'll die, you know, I'll go to Klingon hell, but at least I'll be with other Klingons. It's like, oh damn.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the video take. I think that it's interesting how he also brings up kind of about the Sisko element and about seems much more like Carl will be much more in line with what Picard's thinking was back in ethics. And I agree with him to an extent of, Starfleet as a whole, I think, would respect it as a ritual, probably, but it's just not confusing. It's just complex because Worf is the only Klingon that we're aware of in Starfleet, and so they don't have to deal with this with anyone else. And also, I think Sisko was more mad that it was just on his station and he had no idea, as to where Picard was fully aware.
Yeah.
So while I liked that moment from Sisko, I totally get the argument that Starfleet of itself, realistically, probably wouldn't have a problem with this.
It might have taken some convincing, but if Worf did ask, he might have been able to do it.
Yeah, he could. Maybe he has that conversation with Sisko and explains it to him, and maybe he lets him.
Yeah, Worf just doing murder behind his back without even knowing.
Yeah, and as far as assisted suicide as a topic, I actually had to do a report about it, a school report way back in 8th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You had to pick a topic of a list of controversial topics or whatever. And looking back, it's kind of funny because it's like, wow, man, they had an 8th grader do a whole report and presentation about assisted suicide. And so, to be completely honest, so that was 2008. So I'm sure things have changed around the world, and I haven't really dove into the topic since then. So I have very limited knowledge of that. But what I would just say is, from doing it back then, I obviously understand the sympathy of, in certain situations, if someone wants to die, thinking you should be allowed to give that to them rather than not, because of the idea of suicide being bad. Obviously, then religion comes into that, and a whole bunch of other things come into that. And also, is it justified in every case? Is someone saying they want to commit suicide just because of a reason that's not justified? Are they 21 years old and healthy versus an 85-year-old? So there's a lot of different complex factors that go into that. This episode, I think, does a good job in principle of masking all that with Klingons, but then it doesn't follow up on it. That's my biggest problem of it. It doesn't follow up and make the choice of either, no, we're not going to do this, like in ethics, where they basically say, no, we're not doing this. Or, yes, we're going to do it. They just instead do this other thing. And it just feels like a cheat.
Yeah, cheap way out. Yeah, they didn't want to deal with it or address it. So let's just let them do this.
Yeah, and not in the way where it's, oh, don't tell me what to think, let me think about it. The ending doesn't do that, really. Because even if they had Worf make a choice, I could still think about it. Do I agree with what Worf did or not? Just like, do I agree with Riker in ethics about not killing him? Or saying he has to have Alexander do it, That still lets me think about it. But here, there's nothing to think about.
Yeah. The lesson here is just to erase their memory without their consent. That's the lesson.
I think that does come down to the fact that you think that happened, and I'm giving them the grace of that they had a conversation we didn't see. Do
you think Kurt would want to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, just become someone else. It's like, I think he's an honorable person. That's not an honorable thing to do, in my opinion. Erase my memory. We'll just erase our father's line. We fought hard to get the honor back for the House of Mogh. Let's just fucking erase it.
That's what killing him would do too. It's essentially the same thing as killing him in that way, and he was okay with that. Also, I agree with you, but it seemed as if Worf and this other Klingon thought it was honorable. So
if they set something up where Kern will go down remembered dying in the line of battle honorably, but
like a fake story.
Yeah, but they didn't do that.
Yeah, they definitely did not. Yeah.
As far as I know, the whole world knows that Kern's out there as fucking Jimmy in the House of
whatever they said it was.
Slab.
House of Slab. Son of Slab. Yeah, no, I fuck, I was about to say 100%. Yeah, I agree.
Let's find out why we're wrong.
I didn't come here to protect the patrons from your violent temper.
Well, I'll just say you've been making a couple comments about, oh, you think people will like it, or let's see why we're wrong. I think a lot of the takes I'm skimming over so far, and also Carl's take, it seems like everyone is very undecided / they don't like the ending and think the episode is good. Like, that's the major vibe I'm getting from it off the bat.
Oh, well, that's good.
Here's an interesting one. Deep Red. I don't think you're meant to like the ending. It seems like another Iborg situation, where just because the ending makes you angry means it's bad. Worf clearly doesn't like this plan either. This was a situation where no outcome was going to be good. I would have personally let Kern end his life. Worf tried to, but it conflicted with his Starfleet oaths. I don't see why we are angry at Star Trek posing yet another complicated philosophical concept. What is more important, someone's life or their autonomy? Does this effectively end one life and create a new one? I think that last. So here's my my response to that. Very interesting stuff. To me, you're doing more than the episode does. Deep Red. Like, that's credit to you. Like, that question at the end. Does this effectively end one life and create a new one? That's never addressed in this episode. You know, what is more important, someone's life or their autonomy? Not addressed in this episode. And the reason it's not is because this ending is just put in at the end. There's no time for the episode to explore any of that. So, in my opinion, I would have loved to see those things explored. It's just they weren't. So I'm not going to just be like, well, the episode maybe had that idea. Let's go off of that. You know, it's like I had to do what the episode gave me, which was not that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in 96, right? 96, maybe Ronald Moore went on the equivalent of Twitter at that time and answered those questions. But yeah, I agree with your response to that.
I think there were like message boards and stuff.
Oh yeah, I was
going
to say message board, but I wanted to just say Twitter.
You had the James Gunn Twitter bingo, yeah.
Add that to the bingo card.
Yeah.
But Iborg was a satisfactory, like a good ending, because Iborg answered those questions, did those things, the equivalent of what Deep Red's talking about in this one. It brought up all those things. This episode did not.
Exactly, and I think Deep Red's talking about the people who don't like Iborg and use that as the reason, and I agree with that part of it, and that's why I think for us it's the opposite, because the same way we like Iborg and it doesn't matter what Picard's choice is, it's bothering us here that they cheaped out on the choice. Give us the actual choice. And also, if you're going to explore these themes like Deep Red's talking about, then make the episode about that and explore them, and don't just shove it in the last 2 minutes with no time to talk about it.
Yep.
A really good take, though.
Yeah. For Dora the Explorer. 90% a good episode with a 10% awful ending tacked on at the end. Why would anyone be okay with doing this but not okay with the assisted suicide? Plus, I think it has an even worse version of my meld problem, where when it's just Worf and Kern, it's really good, but we don't have enough of them, of just them two, and we instead waste time on Miles and Kira discovering mines. Yeah.
I think we got more of them than we did. I would have liked to have seen more Brad Dourif and Tuvok.
Uh-huh.
I agree there. I do think we got a pretty satisfactory amount of Kern and Worf, unless they were going to dive deeper into these things. Then, yeah, give us more scenes of them diving deeper into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with the rest of the take. And totally true. This is totally true, too. Why would anyone be okay with this, doing this, and not okay with assisted suicide? I agree. And my guess is the answer would be, well, you're not killing him. It's like, okay, then what are we talking about? Literally someone's physical body? Like, bro doesn't remember himself. You've killed him.
Yeah, the spirit. Yeah, didn't even fucking bring this up. Like, the spirit, I talked about this with Visionary. Just like that level of consciousness of Miles is gone. I mean, it's the same guy, but like this level of consciousness, the entity of Kern is fucking dead. He's dead. It's the same fucking thing. Now he's someone, like, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. He's someone else. Like I said, unless they fucking bring him back, which after this episode, my faith has gone a little bit downhill in terms of stuff like that. He's fucking dead anyway.
Yeah. And there's definitely people that I think that are even, that definitely do hate the episode just because of the ending. Talon1 says, hate this episode. Worf has to be the worst person to be related to. They did my boy Kern dirty here. Yeah. So I think, you know, I try to be like, okay, well, that's the ending. I like the rest of the episode, and I think a lot of people are also saying that. But also, it's like, I do get it that sometimes something is that, you know, makes you hate it that much. You know, I get it. I love this meme from Phenomenon. I think this is probably like an exact.
That's fucking insane. That's a correct prediction.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Phenomenon's in the Bridge Crew. In the Bridge Crew, a lot of times, most of the time after we watch an episode, we'll go in and give our immediate reaction. And it'll be either a meme or just a sentence or whatever. I think I'm just going to use this meme as our instant reaction in the Bridge Crew.
Yeah, do it, yeah. Stephen Linden with an interesting thought here. What gets me about the ending of this is that it seems like a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Klingon politics seems to be changing all the time, not to mention that this isn't even the first time Worf's family has been in disgrace. It seems incredibly short-sighted to assume it's permanent this time. Tony Todd is great as always, but the ending is so bitter and nihilistic that it ruins the whole thing for me.
And we didn't even talk about, like, I said I bought his motivations, but, I mean, Stephen Linden is right in the sense that we literally saw Worf already go through a cycle of this. This is now his second time being banished or whatever. And it's like, yeah, Curran, you're upset right now. Maybe just, like, wait 6 months and see what happens. But you kind of have to accept his motivation to even, like, engage with the episode at all. So, like, I was willing to, like, accept that that's the motivation.
Yeah. But also, remember, Curran wasn't even raised as a son of Mogh.
I forgot. When he talked about, oh, I wish we were raised together, I was like, damn, I don't remember his story. Like, I haven't watched Sins of the Father since we watched it.
Like, he wasn't, like, they didn't even know he was the son of Mogh. I'm pretty sure. They didn't even know.
How did he find out? He just found out himself?
I think someone I can't remember how it told him. I think it's revealed in that talk they had in Worf's quarters. But I remember, like, at the end when, like, Curran, I'm pretty sure the Klingon people don't even know.
Oh, yes, because, yeah, they don't know. Okay, yes, because... Or maybe they know because he gets attacked in Sins of the Father for being Worf's brother or something.
I think it's revealed eventually.
But Worf is like, they're on that colony when Worf's parents get killed, and then it's revealed there was a baby, which was Kurn.
Yeah.
So he also wasn't raised by Worf's parents or anything.
Yeah.
So he had no idea, and then he found out, he had a brother.
Yeah, and then he went to go find Worf.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. But obviously, at this point in time in Klingon society, like, they're all aware now.
Yeah,
but
everyone knows now. Yeah. And Acker kind of picks up on that. It's below the meme. Hated the ending, but liked the premise of how different individuals deal with being ostracized. Kurn was undercover during the first Mogh shaming in TNG. It was harder for him now that he was an acknowledged member of the family. So yeah, it was, yeah, okay.
Okay. Because then, but then by the time we get to redemption, like, Kurn is there when Worf gets, like, redeemed, isn't he? In Redemption 1?
I think he's there, yeah.
Yeah, so it gets revealed at some point. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, below that, yeah, Empire Jeff. Worf did not ask for Kern's permission to wipe Kern's memory. Also bring back Kern.
Yeah, I definitely think that, thinking, like, my generosity of assuming that they had that conversation blunted it a little, or what's the opposite of blunted? Softened it a little to me. The idea that he just sees him passed out and that's the last time he ever talks to Kern and then just takes him to the sickbay, I do not like that. I almost refuse to believe that that's
and, like,
what happened.
he wanted an honorable death. Oh, let's do it when he doesn't even fucking know, when we've been giving the Klingon Empire shit for these fucking minds that are cloaked, but you're going to do this to your fucking brother without his consent or knowledge? Like, he wants an honorable death. That's why you fucking... Oh, my God, whatever. It's like, it'll be honorable for him to not know.
Call him Greg, formerly known as Colomini.
Oh.
Still has the Colomini picture. Is this really the same Kern who joined the Enterprise crew to convince Worf to reclaim their father's honor? The same Kern who fought at Worf's side in the Klingon Civil War? The quitter that walks through the airlock in the beginning of this episode is not that character. The Kern we previously saw never struck me as the type to be depressed because he lost his job and his house. Kern isn't a quitter. Even the shocking dagger scene can't save this one. Rating D for do better Ron Moore. Yeah, I mean, that goes into the character stuff that I think, rightfully so, a lot of people, I think including you as well, care about more than me. Same thing with, like, not to always make this comparison, but the Luke Skywalker in Last Jedi, like, that doesn't bother me. Like, people can change. You don't know people. We saw Kern for, like, a total of maybe 10 minutes throughout TNG. We don't know him. Him being depressed is totally, in my opinion, believable. But I think a lot of people probably don't like that and are bothered by that. And if that bothered me, then that might permeate the whole episode and not just the end. So I'm grateful that that did not bother me because it didn't affect me. Like, I liked Kern in this.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about that? Because you didn't really talk about that specifically. In terms of how he is, like, throughout the whole episode.
Kern?
Like, yeah.
I mean, in a way, I understand it. I mean, he's fucking lost everything. And I don't know how people process things. And I think there was another take talking about how, like, the two brothers handled it. Worf, took it in stride and all this. But Kern even says you were the stronger brother or whatever, I think. Or I don't know if he says that. No, he just says
calls him the elder brother.
The elder brother, yeah. Yeah, in a way I get it, but also just as well as, like, what TNG has done for Klingons, I just think, like, we're taking some steps back here in DS9. I mean, it's great that they're becoming a big op again, but also just, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I mean, yeah, we haven't seen Kern for that much longer either, but yeah, when you bring up the fact that, Kern went undercover just to recruit Worf to save their father's honor, and then just... And especially, yeah, and another previous take with how much things have changed. And then just Kern I'm fucking done. Suicide. It's like, brother, you were in Redemption too.
You saw it happen.
Yeah, you can come back.
Yeah. Gowron will probably die in like 4 episodes. It's like, he's fine. No one in Klingon Empire stays in power that long.
And Worf wanted to die in ethics because he thought he was fucking paralyzed.
Yeah.
And he came back from that.
Yeah.
So, Kern, like, you're fine. You can find a way to come back. There's always
Get over it.
Get over it. It's just, it's a good day to die, but the day is not yet. There's always a chance to come back. There's always a chance to rise up. I mean, Twitter's gone at this point. You can't get canceled. Blue Sky isn't around. Like,
wait, Worf literally got canceled twice.
Yeah, and he's still fucking killing it. Cancellation isn't real, Kern. God damn it.
Well, here's a couple little bit of defector takes in the positive way here, because they're definitely in the minority. Dr. Pulaski, I usually agree with Dr. Pulaski a lot, but don't understand the hate for this episode. Kern is determined to kill himself for legitimate Klingon reasons. Worf found a way for him to live. The only other options are wait for him to kill himself or get him to renounce his culture, both of which seem like poor options. You can't judge Kern with human values. He is Klingon as fuck. Well, I don't disagree there. Ronald Moore wrote his ass off on this, and I love it. This episode is a shade of gray, true to DS9 form, when there is no sanitized TNG black and white solution here. I would 100% agree with this take if Worf just killed Kern. Then I would agree with this absolutely.
Yeah, like killed Kern.
But he killed him. It's like, just fucking kill him, bro. then that's not the sanitized. This feels like they're trying to revert back into a sanitized, and I wouldn't say sanitized TNG, but just sanitized TV thing.
Yeah. I mean, this is the equivalent if in that episode when Worf doesn't refuse the blood, where it's if they did some stupid fucking like, well, this person didn't take the blood, but this person took my blood, and I gave it to someone else and then gave it to you, like something stupid like that.
Yeah, I remember when we watched that episode and you made the joke, like, if you thought there was going to be a scene where he's like, lifts up his sleeve.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't give the blood to the Romulan. I gave the blood to Nurse Ogawa. What she does with it, I don't know. It's like, go fuck yourself.
It's like you're angry it didn't even happen.
Yeah, but that's the equivalent of what they did here.
Yeah.
And they just laugh.
Well, like I said, a couple that were defectors. Loot Narsbar. This is low-key one of my favorite episodes. So let's just get the plot holes out of the way. 1, Worf just have asked to use a week's vacation to do legal Klingon murder like Daxton and Blood Oath. Yeah, that's what I said. If this family friend will still talk to Worf, that means he would have been welcome somewhere in Klingon space or international waters to do the ritual. So I'm guessing that's Loot saying, like, those are the problems he has with it, I guess. I can see an unfilmed scene where Worf says clearly, I can't kill him, but he put my life in his hands and he's my responsibility, and this is his only chance at any kind of decent life. The thing is, Kern isn't really dead. His personality, skills, etc. will still be intact. I don't agree with the ending, but it does make me reflect on where a person's essence begins and ends. While I would prefer to not lose Kern, sometimes I appreciate an ending that is still thought-provoking to one that is more typical. Yeah, it is thought-provoking. It provokes some thoughts.
It provokes some thoughts, yeah.
It provokes some thoughts. It's interesting because he says one of his favorite, but unfortunately, I mean, I get he feels as if, Loot, I think, feels as if he needs to defend it because he can see everyone roasting it here. And trust me, I understand that. And I wish I could have heard a little bit more about why you actually do love it. But otherwise, I get what you're saying.
I mean, he'll have some personality traits of Kern as this new person, but there's a lot of people with similar personality traits that aren't the same person. Spoilers for the movie Total Recall. If you've never seen the movie Total Recall, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, in that movie, Arnold is a character whose mind is like white, and he's a completely different person than who he's originally supposed to be, because he's originally a bad guy in Total Recall. And it's like a completely different person. It might as well be 2 different people. So the fact that it's like, oh, he's still living in some way, but he's not, because it's a completely different level of consciousness and a different person. It's not the same.
You talking about the Colin Farrell film?
No. In Total Recall with Arnold.
I was joking. That's the remake.
Oh. Sorry, I'm so worked up. I can't do any comedy right now.
Also, I feel as if it's pretty fair rule. I've always just thought this internally, so I'm going to say it out loud now. Channel rule. I feel like if we have reacted to something and it's on the channel, you have the ability to watch it with us, so I don't care about spoilers. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? It's like we watch Total Recall, it's on the channel, so I feel like we should be able to talk about that.
Yeah, but I want to think myself better than our commenters who just openly spoil stuff all the time. So
Well, we all know you think you're better than the commenters. It's pretty apparent.
So I have to like prove that I'm a better person than
It's a joke, guys. It isn't. But no, back to what you're actually saying, the substance of it. I think I agree with what you're saying about the consciousness. I think what Luton Arsbar is saying, that'd be like similar to saying, oh, like, my father is dead, but he like lives on in me, and I have certain things about my father that are like me, and that is true, but it's not my father. Like, I am not my father. So I think it's in the same way where it's like, yeah, this person may resemble Kern in certain ways, personality-wise, but if there is a spirit or a soul or whatever inside of your brain, Julian erased that. Dr. Bashir, rather, erased it.
And he's never going to the river of whatever. So.
Yeah, if that exists. Yeah, apparently.
And that Kern will never go there, but Slab will, I guess.
Slab. Well, hey, caused a long discussion. Hey, caused a lot of discussion. So.
Yeah, I was thinking of a meme as well. I mean, I'm not at this point yet, but it's like that scene. You know what? Fuck it. Spoilers for The Incredibles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know where Buddy's looking at the picture of Mr. Incredible, and just like rips it. Like I'm looking at my blanket of the bonding and just. Yeah.
Oh no! It tarnished the bonding.
No, it didn't. No, you can't tarnish the bonding.
Yeah.
It's more. No, it's sorry to make a Star Wars. You know what? Spoilers for Revenge of the Sith. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where Obi-Wan is like, you were the chosen one.
Oh yeah.
It's like that's how I feel. And joining the dark side is joining the producers.
Damn. Well, I'm not that tough on it, but I will say that this is one of those episodes where I feel like the more we talked about it, you already didn't like the ending, and you went into full-on angry territory. I was mostly positive on it, but didn't like the ending, and I also kind of got brought down the more we talked about it, because once you start thinking about it, you realize the missed opportunities, the kind of lack of logic in the ending, and so I still overall like this episode.
I still like the beginning stuff.
I just wish the last 5 minutes, or what? No, 3 minutes. Like I wish literally that last 2 scenes of once we get into the sick bay, just were not those scenes.
Yeah.
If
Dr. Bashir can wipe my memory, but just those 3 minutes of that'd be nice. But yeah, it's just a shame to see what happened here. But then they're gonna be so mad. On the other show, Brandon Braga, despite being a producer, still sticking to his roots and writing the weirdest fucking shit of all time. It's like that producer's title means nothing to him when it comes to writing weird shit.
Wait, you did get mad at him though.
Of course I did. Probably.
What was the situation where you thought it was producer brain writing with him?
Oh,
there was one this season.
In terms of just over-explaining things.
Over-explaining the dialogue? Yeah.
But still, with his last episode, he went, I'm still Brandon fucking Braga. I'm still going to come out with weird, and I respect him for it.
Well, we're jumping over to Voyager right now, so we'll see what they have in store.